Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Self Improvement Project. I hope everybody is well. I hope you're all self improving. The weather here is horrific at the minute. It's middle of December, it's suddenly got very cold, but I hope it's better wherever you are. It's obviously the end of the year, where we become a little bit more reflective of how the last year has gone. I hope any reflections that you are doing are making you feel proud, they're making you feel good about how productive you've maybe been. And also important to give yourself a bit of a break on the things that you didn't manage to achieve this year. Now, the end of the year is also about looking forward to the next year. And that's why this episode is around career change. Career change is something I've had experience in, and I know as a fellow self-improver, you will potentially go through this as well. Because of the nature of self-improvement, you are always looking for different ways to enhance your skills and enhance yourself. That means that you're not always going to be in the same box career-wise. It might mean that you're going to look for different things career-wise to help with things like motivation, with certain skills, to actually maybe enhance some of your softer skills a little bit more, which is definitely something my career path so far has been a big driver for me. But you also might be listening to this and you've got a career. You've got a profession that you are in or you're working towards. And whilst you're in that industry, I guess, you'll have to be able to pivot with the different demands throughout the different steps in your career journey. So if you're listening to this from a singular profession point of view, there will still be steps along the way that will be applicable. However, if you're on the other side where you're maybe a bit lost, you're maybe a bit unsure of exactly what your career is going to hold in the future, or unsure about what it should be. Now, let's start off by talking about expectations of careers. Myself, have been brought up with an expectation of what work looks like, what a career and a job looks like stereotypically. Now, we have a choice to live up to the expectations of others who've gone through this, i.e. people that are older than us, or we can resist that and we can go with the flow, essentially, chop and change and pivot as the demands of careers, jobs, and that market throw at us. The beautiful thing about career change is that there's no right or wrong answer with what you do. The ultimate thing that it always comes down to when it's a key decision is finance. Is doing this going to financially inhibit me or be too negative of a drop to take the risk for? Now, as someone who has taken a salary decrease to move into a different job, it teaches you one important lesson. It teaches you to live more simply. It teaches you to be more frugal when transitioning. It also highlights the important things that you need to prioritize in life. It's not about suffering for the sake of moving jobs. It's about sacrificing your life, the day-to-day life that you maybe weren't enjoying in the current job or career that you're in, for a better experience. That sacrifice you can't put a price on that. You can't put a monetary value upon that feeling, whether it be relief to escape a certain job or career, to have a new opportunity or outlook on life because you spend quite a lot of time at work. So it's important to acknowledge that the biggest thing is obviously, if your salary is going to decrease, how you're going to be able to deal with that. Like I said, that is a sacrifice, and you need to challenge yourself to understand what sacrifice is your limit. How much can you sacrifice to drop to get to what you want? Now, when changing, you can change for numerous reasons. Novelty and adventure can be one. For me, I changed to get more business experience when I was 26 because that interested me at the time. It wasn't what I ended up wanting to do, but I gained adventure, novelty, different, softer skills. I enhanced them dealing with a situation that I wasn't familiar with, but using my past experience. Making sure that you layer all of your experiences to help you be this whole person within an industry. That's where you can be an asset, not to a particular profession or company. That's where you can make yourself an asset. You are the asset. You are the experience, the personality, the values and beliefs. That's what makes you valuable. Adventure and novelty can come in lots of different ways. It might be moving to a new place. I moved cities when I changed jobs, and that helped. But there's also other reasons and things that motivate us to find different experiences. One of those might be skills, upskilling yourself. You are talented, you will have talents, but there will be things that you are not talented with that you need to improve upon, and doing different jobs will give you opportunities to develop those. And that comes under the umbrella or heading of mastery, working towards mastering a skill or something that will make you better at it, something that you can do independently. So, is there skills that you feel like you would want to develop, to upskill yourself in, to know that you have given yourself this opportunity to? Let me ask you a question. Is it riskier leaving the job that you're in if you feel like a change is imminent? So is it riskier to leave it or to never leave it? Think on that one. It's almost as if I'm asking you the question around, are you living a life that's convenient, or are you risking not living your life to the fullest? Jobs, work, careers are never going away. So find what you enjoy to do. Don't settle for anything less than a fulfilling life. And maybe the most despondent thing around this area can be doing something because it gets you by. That is disheartening. That is riskier than taking a jump into something that you think you might want to do. If you do something that you want to do, and you want to master skills within it, and you want to learn something new that's novel and a bit of an adventure, eventually this will turn into autonomy. That trust that you have because you're good at what you do, so you're left to your own devices to do it. That autonomy that you can do things with your eyes closed and still do a better job than someone that's really trying. That comes when you put the time and effort into it, and sometimes that will take a leap of faith. Remember the question of the risk that you are posing to yourself. The risk that you are probably blindsided by is the risk that you will be told that it's too risky to leave your job. These mastery of skills, this autonomy that you develop, this adventure and novelty that you gain, ultimately is what serves your purpose. There's so many formulas out there about how to find your purpose, and within work it's a key one because, like I said, it's not going away. Jobs and careers, etc. are not going away, so you need to find these things within jobs that are going to make you feel good about the things I've described, and then ultimately feed that meaning and that purpose. Because encompassing that entire development of all of those things is what will give you purpose with anything that you do. Take a wee reality check here to eliminate the social viewing, the social perspective of others. People can advise you on things to try, but no one can tell you what you're passionate about. No one can tell you what your purpose is. No one can tell you what you want to master or what you want to do. You need to make that decision. You need to be brave enough to make that decision. Potentially take that risk not knowing if you're going to love it, but knowing that if you do that thing, it's going to benefit you in the long run because you're going to get closer to what you want to do. It's never too late to change. I was 26 when I left a comfortable job that was convenient, and I thought it was too late. At 26, it's never too late. And that's us. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe a wee bit different. I was going to share my story a wee bit, but I might do that another time. Maybe to give a wee bit of perspective on this episode. If you enjoyed it, sign up to the email list every Sunday. I send out some Sunday thoughts with that lovely cup of coffee. that you're supposed to drink alongside it and enjoy. I've also written a wee course that I'm releasing at the end of January as well. And I would love for you to get involved in it. Lastly, I'm keen to continue doing some coaching. I've coached some wonderful people over the last wee while, and I'm looking at a pay what you want kind of thing for coaching moving forward. So if you want it, just pop me an email. You'll be able to find it in the links that I provide below. Otherwise, have a great week, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.